am back with another pocket page scrap layout for you guys today. Today I wasn't sure if I was going to actually do a project with these photos, but I had all of these leftover little scraps from that bag and these little letters from P13. I have to tell you, as soon as I picked up this piece of paper, I saw the word dinosaur. I'm just saying. Had to have it. I also have a few acrylic pieces from Some Assemblage Required, as well as a flare. I have a few more wood pieces also from Some Assemblage Required, and that cute little dinosaur, which, you know, it's cute, was sent to me by Jennifer. Thank you so very much. And then I have some random leaves that some of them were left over from a project, and then the other ones I used one of that mossy green strip to cut out with this punch, and then I plan on inking them using that Distress Oxide ink in peeled paint. I also have this cut apart card that was from the Carta Bella dinosaur collection. I don't really remember the name of the dinosaur collection, but I added the word dinosaur using this sticker sheet or these alpha stickers from Simple Stories. Now what I did already was went ahead and I trimmed down all of my photos and my piece of paper, because like I said, I wasn't going to do anything with this until I realized that I had a blank card and a little bit of blank a blank spot. And so I really wanted to put the word dinosaur big and bold across this layout. In all honesty, that is what I wanted to do. So what I think I'm going to do is switch a few photos around so that way I have a little bit better of a dead spot, but I want to make sure that my photos on the back are going to match. The paper won't match, but I don't think it's going to be noticeable. Maybe I might notice it. I'm not sure, but I don't think anybody else will. All right, so I'm going to take this mossy green paper that was from a Not Just for Boys kit club. Well, the dinosaur word was also from a Not Just for Boys kit club as well, back when they had a dinosaur kit. Oh my god, it was so cute. And so I'm trying to get this paper to work in my favor. Because it was a little bit too wide, and it still is a little bit too wide. My photos are just so large that the dinosaur is from top to bottom, left to right. I mean, it takes up the entire photo, which in my brain is perfect, but for what I wanted to do, it just took it up. It was taking up space and crowding the photos is what I was feeling. So I made it thin enough to where I felt like if the word dinosaur fell off and was a little bit taller, then it would be okay, because it's not as solid as the strip of mossy green paper, right? So it worked out the way that I wanted it to. Now I have all sorts of different little strips of paper here. This black piece right here is from a Stampin' Up cardstock not cardstock, but pattern paper. Several years ago, you guys, lots and lots of years ago. I have no idea where that white little piece of paper came from. Like I said, I just threw everything in a bag and called it good. All right, so now is the time when I have to come and manipulate all of my leaves. So I'm very lightly just using my peeled paint Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going over the tips of the leaves. One, to give them a little bit of variation, and two, to lighten them up just a little bit. And that's why I decided to do oxide. Well, when I went to go do these leaves, they were too neon green. So I brought a little bit of brown in, again, whatever was left over on my brush, because I don't clean my brushes. Yeah, it's sad. So I do like the addition of the brown. I like how light the leaves are, but I just really didn't think that they went with anything else. All right, and then I'm going to lightly color the leaves of all of these little hexagon bits and pieces that were from Some Assemblage Required. I'm just roughing up my brush. I was not re-inking at all, just to try to give the leaves a little bit of color. I wasn't trying to color everything. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the title page and, just figure out how I wanted it. I split up all of the embellishments, so I had some going on this side of the pocket page and some going to the other side. But I do end up changing my mind quite a bit because I only have so much to work with. If I really wanted to push it, I could definitely, scatter them all over the page. But yeah, it wasn't something that I was going to do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down all of my letters. I think now is a great time, since I make you watch me glue all of these letters down, it's a great time to talk about my 2023 Scrappy goals. So every year, well, actually, I think I started last year. One of the YouTube gals decided that we were going to go and do a either face-to-face time or just talk while we create about the Scrappy goals that we have for 2023. So I feel like all of my Scrappy goals every year are pretty much the same. I honestly don't really set like I'm going to create X amount of layouts per year, because I actually create all the time. It's my job to create content for you guys. It's my job. So I think that doesn't really apply in my Scrappy goals. So I set a few different Scrappy goals for myself this year that I'm going to try, and I'll let you know if I fall off the bandwagon, because by March, I usually end up throwing it out the door and making things because it needs to be done, right? So on my desk currently, I've showed you guys that I have this little white basket that is full of preset words from sticker companies, right? They're thickers, stickers, Heidi Swap, all those different companies. And that is my goal. I am going to only use titles and letters and things like that from that basket. Now, I also showed you guys that I had alphas in there as well, that were my oldest alphas, little bits here and there, little bits of numbers here and there, all that stuff. So those are going to be my go-tos. And this little booklet here is one of those books that are in that basket. I basically put all of my tiny letters in that basket because it would be really hard for me to not be able to mix and match. I love mixing and matching the sizes of my titles. So just thought I'd throw that out there with you guys. Another thing I have on my desk is this tiny little tray. It's probably only 4x6, and then it's about an inch deep. And in that tray are little odds and ends that, it was something that I was going to create for the store, but then decided, no, I wasn't going to do it because it's just, who else would use that other than me type of deal. Or is it going to be like, it's cute, but I accidentally cut it wrong, something like that. I don't know. Something made me hold on to it. And so I threw it in this little bin. Well, now it's overflowing. Just going to say. And so I am going to actually start picking and pulling from that little tray, and maybe I'll bring it on camera and show you guys what's in the tray. I know I brought it in during a live this month to show you guys that I did that. So just saying that little tray is also on my desk so I can pull content from when I am scrapbooking. So if you see a random piece that just all of a sudden showed up because I went through my tray, that's the tray that's on my desk. So those are the two main goals that I have. And the tray might never get empty because I still create elements for the shop all the time. So I'm constantly, creating and whatever. And some of it ends up in the misfit bin. So that way I could sell it during November. And some of it ends up in this little tray because, hey, it's cute and it's pretty much going to be the, one of a kind. So I've got that going on. Another thing that I wanted to set for myself, because I always have, like my albums are always done strategically. I always print off all of my photos from the year before. So 2022's photos will be printed in February, and then sometime in March or April during a retreat, I go, or actually end of February, March or April, depending on which retreat I end up at. I sort through all of my photos and put them in page protectors within an album or two, depending on how many photos I have. Oh, my stars, they've been getting to be a bunch. Just saying. But that is what I always end up doing, is sorting through my photos. I make a cutthroat decision on all of my photos when I go through these albums. So that way I know exactly where all of, my photos are going to go, what size of page protector I want. Do I want them in a pocket page? All that stuff. And throughout this month, I've been sharing my video that I have for that with several people that have asked. So I do have a video, you guys. It's in a playlist. So if you go to my channel on YouTube and select playlists and look, it's under photo and organization, hints and tips. So just to let you guys know that. So I don't really have a, like that is already a set goal. But other than that, I really don't have any other goals that is ready, except for I just want to start using up my odds and ends supplies. That is pretty much the only goal that I have. Be sure to check out everyone else that is setting their goals today. Look for the icon, scrap those goals. And then there's a playlist down below for those that actually had preset. But just in case anybody wants to hop in and see this after we've already went live. So just thought I'd throw that out there. And then, of course, the list for Baby Got Scrap gals are all down there as well. And that is it for me. Sorry I didn't talk about that tiny little pocket. I had a whole bunch of stuff picked out and chosen and all that stuff for the pocket. And, only a little bit of it worked. It didn't go as smoothly in my head as I wanted it to. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I really, truly appreciate it every time that you come and check out my videos. I really do. So I will check y'all later, and I can't wait to hear what your guys' scrappy goals for 2023 are. All right, bye.